What's up, bro? Big dog in the house. Do I buy? Possibly. Do you sell? Possibly. Hold on, I gotta light this blunt first. How do I know when you're in a position? I got you. I'm gonna say... I have an announcement. I have an announcement. In this current moment, I will be entering a buy stop. Will you tell us when you're entering? No, I will only tell you when I'm exiting. Whoa! This shit just entered me in a position. What the hell? What the hell was that? How did that enter me in a position? Is that big enough? Or maybe... That was whack, bro. I guess when I went like this... that I went like this, I clicked the buy. Huh. I wonder why that entered me in a sell. That was actually a buy. Working buy. Yeah, no bottom wick on the daily. You've already pushed up 300 pips. All right. Let's get a breakdown going. So, previous monthly close, no top wick, no bottom wick. The current monthly pulled back, grabbed orders almost at the previous monthly low and flipped bullish and created a massive range. The current monthly candle 3 weeks in is 2 times larger than the previous monthly candle in volume. Weekly. We have a weekly no top wick closure here. Price didn't give a fuck. It continued driving, closing bullish. And now, at this point, we're at the pivot point, pivoting between a bullish and a bearish week. Right here, pivoting between on the weekly open. We grabbed a shit ton of orders that have now flipped bearish. We're looking like a money printer type setup right now. But, same thing we got here. After the wick to the highs, we continue down. Here, we can fill this range. Maybe continue a little more down before flipping bullish. So now that we're looking at the daily, you have a closure below. Daily's coming up to create a top wick. If the daily flips, we're going to continue down. We just closed below the most recent range on a bearish trend. Range 1, breakout. This is the previous 4-hour support. If we can turn it into a resistance and start coming down, that would be amazing. How's your guys' day? I've taken a loss and made it out back basically the same day. Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! The thing is, when you take a loss, I would low-key be at payout in 3 days, but at break even, so I don't know how to feel about it. This is how you feel about it. You're at break even, your profit, your account is at break even, it's not in the negative, meaning all you need is 3 more days of no hesitation, 3 more days of locking in, 3 more days of following the plan, and the same thing can happen again, but without the losses. So, my longest streak in pips before blowing an account and tilting was like 1,200 pips. I would never, catching 10, 20 pips at a time, I would never do more than 50 to 100 trades without taking a big loss, losing a big portion of my profits, and then tilting. So, the fact that you're at the point where instead of doing this up, 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 boom, and then you blow the account, you're at up, 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 boom, and then you're hovering here again. Up, 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 boom, and you're hovering here again. All it takes is one less mistake, and the next time you're right here. And then the next time you're up here. Yeah, I was looking for sells there. I just couldn't see how to get in. Unless it was the 5-minute money printer here that I didn't notice. Yapping doodle doo. Man, that was such a good entry. I was trying to look for the same thing here. That's why I drew the line there. Once we get that dump, we get a little slight pullback, and then maybe we can take the continuation down. This is gonna flip bullish for a little bit here. Money printer off of both moving averages. That's a strong money printer, but it's not something I want to take. This is a 20 pip candle. Yeah, I'm out of a sell stop. If we break that low, how many pips to VWAP? Huh, only 15 pips here, huh? What up, G? How are you, bro? Let's wait for this hourly closure. 2 minutes left. It might dump here, right? What do we have here? Do we have any kind of... Ooh, I shouldn't have French inhaled that. My nose burns now. Shit. Shit. That just burnt the fuck out of my nose. Oof. Oof. Damn, that shit made me cry. Yeah, my sells are based off the higher time frame that we need a bottom wick. We need to start pulling back, or this daily's driving without a bottom wick. The previous daily closed bearish. This daily's coming up to create a top wick at a level of interest. So it's mainly based off the fact that we have to come down. So I just chose the cleanest setup on the 1 minute to take an entry. It wasn't really like in confluence with the hourly or 30 or nothing like that. It was just based off the idea that we have to come down. That we eventually have to come down. And after rejecting all-time high, after rejecting the daily high here once, rejecting it twice, coming back down and closing into range, I felt like we should have at least gotten 15 pips if we broke below this. That's why I was targeting just to the VWAP here, because we've been bouncing off of it here. So I was targeting it. See how we wick into it? I was targeting that. Let me go blow my nose real quick. Was kind of hoping we popped up first and then flipped bearish. Yeah. What the hell? I'm looking to see what happens here. Are we going to break out and hit the next level of resistance? We have a level here. We have a level here. Or are we going to flip bearish and start giving ourselves some range down here, right? So what happened now is we created a high, a low, and this is now a higher high. We created a high, lows, higher, higher low. If this breaks out, we now have an official higher high, and we're breaking structure, or we're maintaining bullish structure. So I'm trying to see what the beat is. Twitch over here recommending crypto streams to me. This just looks like it wants to flip bullish on the 30. Look at the NASDAQ. We can get a top wick on this 5 minute. I'll have a sell stop here. Targeting the VWAP here. I have a sell entry here. We got a lot of volume here now. Yeah. It's the biggest 1 minute, the second biggest 1 minute candle of the night. Let's see what it do here. Wow, we're gonna break the daily high here. So I just got faked out here, but we still eventually need a pullback here. So let's see where we can manage risk. Otherwise, geez, 170 pips away. We should be able to get some decent pullbacks off these levels here. Yeah, clean as fuck. I wouldn't have taken this buy stop above the highs.
Home and I have no food, only eggs. I ate a total of fucking 12 eggs today. I had like 4 for breakfast, 4 for lunch, and like 4 like at 4 o'clock. This one smells different. It's the same thing though. It smells like guava. Gotta get a new phone.
Yeah, candles are moving.
How you doing today?
Right now I'm down negative in this trade.
And for the day?
Como 200 pesos.
Nice. Counting that or?
No, without this. I haven't closed this yet. Between yesterday and today, I made 750 bucks. So let's see what happens. I could possibly lose. We now have clean structure here. This level gave us a big dump. It looks like it might not give a shit, and it might just keep going.
No way.
I'm gonna take a pineapple here.
Where's my son?
Man, 15 no top wig. If we would have came up with the top wig first, that would have been nice. Yeah, this level is just strong bullish across the board. The only resistance that we get is that level there, and it brings us back to break even. It brings us back to, like, it wicks us to here.
That this was a baby. That's all.
See what price starts doing here. It looks like we're still flying up. Still flying up. Closing buys for 70. You savage.
I'm gonna jump on my shit. Oh. lap, 2 laps, and then I walk 1 lap, run 2 laps till I do the other 2.5 miles. I'm gonna do another 3K next month. Try to keep my time. I did 30 minutes last time. I'm gonna try to break that shit by 5 minutes. If I break it by 5 minutes and there's the same amount of people, I'll probably place like 2nd or 3rd in my age division.
That's what's up. Holy shit.
Insane for a 200-pound guy like me to do.
So if we start getting this happening here, that's where I'm gonna have my stop loss. My stops are gonna be above structure forming above this level here, but yeah, it's a tough one. Look at this 30-minute push. Yeah, that's the thing, that this area gapped us all the way up to here before the first pullback. Right? And what we were looking at was the top wick for the daily before it flips to come back down bearish. So we have levels here where we could tap before it flips bearish. So that's what I'm looking at. Whoa. What?
I just like looking at pictures from like a month, like 2 months ago, me flexing.
Was it good or bad?
No, it was fire. I don't. Where the fuck did it go?
Yeah, you look better now. 30 pounds lighter.
Hell yeah.
Especially with the juice pumps.
I love EOS.
Yeah. If you like pina coladas, getting lost in the rain, making love at 3 at night.
Yeah, bro, look at that shit. Look at that.
How you doing, Nadeem? Aren't you here at a beautiful time?
Bro, I hate iPhone with their new update and that thing.
Where all the pictures are at?
Yeah.
Go to your settings and you can remove all those extra fancy stuff and just leave the basics. And then it's still a pain in the ass, but it's less of a headache.
Oh, of course.
Nah, trust me, go. You have to ask ChatGPT how to do it.
No, but I just hardened it so
Nah, it removes all that extra shit.
So it should be right there. Like, oh, that's fine.
No, you gotta have it by media type, and then you go to your media types, and you go to your favorited, and that's how you can search all your favorited faster.
And both were pumped. I gotta cut down, bro. Fuck. If my arms look like that now, like imagine another 20 pounds, bro. I'm gonna look insane.
I took a loss in New York, 120 pips.
Just now.
No, when I was reading a comment. Don't worry, bro. Losses happen. You might even see me take a loss tonight. Yeah, there has been a lot of drawdown. For me on gold, there's been a lot of drawdown in the last few weeks. Gold's flying. What's the NASDAQ doing? The NASDAQ was breaking the highs and it started to reject. Look at this fucking pump. Are we just not going to get any pullbacks here? Alright, I'm waiting for this third pineapple. But there's not much I can do. Damn, I'm liking this range all the way up to here. I have a feeling that... Alright, this is what I'm going to do. We're flying here. I'm going to add another pineapple here. Yes, I'm in an entry. We've tapped 40. I'm gonna wait for structure to be formed here. And then I'm gonna use what structure gets formed here, the high that's created, and I'm gonna use that as my stop loss. But like hard stops is like here. Like if it just fucking flies without giving me anything, yeah, that's pretty steep. Yeah, I can take this kind of drawdown. I'm way under risking on my account. This is unexpected, right? So this is starting to look like the same loss that Wix 9 took multiple times, where the price just never comes back to the entry. So I'm spacing out the pineapples. As best as I can. But keep in mind, this could still be a loss, and this would take out my profits for the week, and then maybe like 120 pips past that. My profits for yesterday's session and today's New York session. I've only traded this account for a day and a half. So that would wipe out a day and a half of profits, and then maybe like another day. I'm expecting a full retracement. I'm expecting a full dump back down. How many pineapples? I have 3. But look at how this thing is just flying. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. But usually you see a retracement of moves like this. I measured yesterday's range. And yesterday's range, it did the same thing and it ran for like 800 pips. So this has only ran for 460. So this could easily go run for 800 pips. Like this could literally wick us out and then keep driving down. But am I willing to hold past all that for my idea? I'd rather not take a loss, obviously, but what can you do? You'd rather just let the you'd rather just take a loss than to blow your account, right? I haven't activated the second account yet. I still don't know how to take an L. Trust me, bro, we're all struggling with the same thing. This trade could have possibly been closed out earlier and switched to buys to fill the clean range on the way up. That's also something that I would need to study. So if I do take a loss, I'll have to go back and see what did I miss? What was my entry type? What happened during the entry type? Is it the same entry type that I normally take? $30-minute closure. 30-minute money printer setup is starting to form. So we have some ways down here. Was there any news or any tariff news?
The eye is supposed to be separate. I don't know why the hell it did it again.
That's pretty cool.
But it'll be inspiring lifestyle experts. I don't know if I'm going to put cleaning services at the bottom or just put the LLC. And leave it like that. But I want something that pops out. You feel me? Like something that Los Rico van a mirar y van a decir, that's the company I want to call. You know, and then my idea is to where everybody's going to be wearing black polos, dressed nice, and that's how they're going to work. And the shirt's going to be black with that design and the logo on the back.
Yeah, to be honest, this is not looking good. If it's not going to reject here, the next level that it's going to possibly reject is all the way up here, an extra 30 pips. So I would have to add an extra 100 pips of drawdown in order to take that. So I'm pretty sure this is going to smack my stop loss.
I get mad at it. So can you scan it and tell me what's wrong? Watch what it's gonna do. Stupid. Because earlier I was like, I don't want them to merge. Because the I and the L are going to look too close. What's the? I keep forgetting the word for, like your
Banner?
no, you guys are you guys are CSI and then your thing says
Cooling specialist?
yeah, but then you guys have like a statement.
No, we don't.
No, but there's that, you know how the companies have a statement.
Your mission statement?
I guess. Like under the thing, those.
We investigate and find your cooling problems.
Yes, exactly. So like, what's that? I can't remember that word.
To haven't made it a couple times and it's really hurting the account. Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's extremely tough.
So, slogan? No, what's the word, bro?
Your slogan.
Right? Why does it sound wrong?
What's up, Turpy? I'm gonna take another pineapple here. So I'm in total 4 pineapples deep. by 20 points, no? It was like 109 to 120 or something.
I don't even know, bro. To be honest, it was sad. We're not even supposed to be there, but hey, we make it somehow to the playoffs every time. I don't know how. Let's see. We're getting blown out right now by 17 points, 51 to 68 at the half. But we're also playing the number one team in the whole NBA to have the best record in that.
Wow, that's amazing. We have almost the same B by 4 pips.
And you needed to hit there to break even, right?
Yeah, this is break even.
Did it again.
Just make the logo first, and then copy the logo and add the letters to the logo after. You just upload the logo after and say add letters at the bottom of the logo, and that's it.
What?
You tell it, make the logo first, how you like it. Don't tell it to add the letters, you're confusing it. Just make the logo how you want it by using the image. Then download that picture, upload it, and say, now add your letters to the bottom.
I tried to use it in Photoshop, and it worked on one. It's fucking up. Nah, I actually don't like that name now.
"15 minutes left for this hourly closure. A lot can happen in 15 candles. This push here happened in like 20 candles.
So, the idea is the initials, Evie, Lucy, and Eddie. It's the idea, and obviously the. So first I had them. That's why it gave me that one. But I feel like lifestyle throws it off a little bit. Or what do you think?
Look up the top cleaning companies in the US. And then copy their names and say, give me similar names to this with this concept.
Yeah, but a lot of these companies are going to be old.
Yeah, but those are the names that stick and that work. So I went with CSI, 3 letters, EDS, CMI.
Who the fuck I made that fucking name?
All the companies
I
had.
gave you guys that fucking company name. I made that shit for my dad.
I closed my entry break even. Hey man, I'd love to see another growing trading creator on the grind. I'd love to network with you. We can discuss the grind. I'd love definitely help each other. I have a Discord under my channel. You can join and we can talk. That's what's up, G. I don't do Discord really, unless it's the one I'm in with Wix9 and my mentor. But in the future, who knows? Even if this 1 hour candle closes like this, it would make much sense to come back down. Even on Forex, it's like a decent range fill to the downside in order to continue clean up. Yeah, I agree. It's just how far of the pullback. The daily is going to most likely flip bearish, right? The daily is most likely going to flip bearish. So is this where the daily top wick is going to be? Right? Is this where the daily top wick is going to be before continuing down? We have a massive, massive area for orders here, right? So that's what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at all these areas where price just dumps from, and on the higher daily time frame, it's looking like it wants to dump. We just have to survive these crazy pullbacks that usually normally don't happen. Like this could literally just decide to say fuck the daily bottom wick and the trend. I'm just gonna keep going up and lose. It is what it is. Hey, thank you for subscribing, HTLT. I appreciate you, brother.
Huh? I gotta get my eye exam on Friday.
Your what?
Eye exam.
This is how much I would be down if I lose. On the account, I have 7,500 though, so I would still have that much left before it blows, which is amazing. So just think about it. I just keep doing like 500 al día to make this 1,200 cuadrados en 3 días. So in order to get paid out, I would need 1,200 plus 8,500 divided by 500 a day. 19 days now instead of 14. So still, en 30 días todavía lo puedo hacer si no pierdo.
Yeah.
And I've gone on 30-day streaks two or three times this year. So if I just hit it 2 times, saco. That's the buffer I have to leave in there. Fucking crazy. Even if it takes me a whole year to do that, just in a year to make that, bruh.
Wouldn't you make more?
That's only one account. I have 2.
So, if you have two accounts, are you gonna need would you need to kind of sort of need another screen so you can watch both accounts at the same time?
I need to upgrade my system. What's up, Jonathan, my brother? How's trading Ethereum at these lows, bro?
Yeah, but it's definitely that gas station.
Are those bitches better? No, we've been using mine.
No. Oh yeah, yours are way better. But I went again this morning and I forgot. Actually, no.
You gotta ask him to give it to you from the back. Well,
No,
bro,
I don't know how they do it. I have to watch them do it.
My
I
guy
did already.
My guy fucks with me, and he doesn't even say nothing. I don't even say nothing, and I didn't never say anything at all.
I know.
And he automatically goes to the back, and he gets straight from the back.
Yeah, no, he fucks with me too.
Because people don't, but it's
every
not.
time he's like, "What's something?"
It's because it doesn't matter. It's because he opens. They all come in one pack. Once you open it, they're all open to the air at the same time.
He goes 1 or 2, and I'm like 1 or 2, whatever. Yeah, actually.
They don't change the box until the pack runs out.
I see, but this one has a fat stomach. But they're not. They're fresh. I don't know why.
You can tell they're fresh if you touch them, and
They're
they don't
fresh.
and they don't crackle.
I know they're fresh.
Yeah, they are.
But yesterday there was the same thing. I don't know why they dried up so quick.
Puede ser que gane. No sé todavía. Está bajando. If the push, if it's straight, if it ranges right now, I would like it to like wait till the hourly close. The hourly close should be able to give us that volume right down to TP. Honestly, switch to USD, JPY mostly till things stabilize a bit. That's what's up, bro. These currency markets are a bit more stable. A bit more stable. Like, I was watching Alex G's stream earlier, and he was like, "Oh, I have like a 15 pip stop loss." I'm like, 15 pips? And he goes, "Yeah, this whole weekly candle moved 150 pips." And I'm like, 150 pips? What? I might have to look into some of these currency markets and take some swing trades like on Euro JPY or something. Hi fam, making matcha green tea this morning. Hey. What happened? No. Fucking. What's your cheapest brand new car? What's your cheapest brand new car?
Brand?
Brand new car.
It's between a very base Chevy Trax and a very base Buick Encore.
Chevy what?
Trax.
Weird ass name.
Huh?
Weird name. We're closing bearish back into range on the 15. Let's see if we can keep a bearish closure on this current 15. The 5 closed bullish, forming some minor support there. 5 minutes here. Yeah, I'm cold. Es porque estoy en drawdown. Y estoy nervioso. Wait, what do you mean you're still working on getting it? You haven't received it yet, or you're still working on trying to pass it? I was about to say, I was like, yo, do I need to go knock on his door real quick? We're both right near the beach, boy. Good shit, bro. Good shit. You got it, bro. You got it. The way that we're all going, we got it. It's just about taking the highest quality positions possible, right? That's all that it is. Could I have taken a better entry? Possibly, yeah. Look at the chop that it looks like on the 5 minute. On my first entry down there. But the value in the clubhouse, bro, when we DM each other and we're like, yo, I'm having this issue. This is what's going on. And I'm like, yo, I'm same thing is happening to me. This is what I do to kind of counter that. This is what I do when I'm in that situation. And then you're like, oh, cool, that makes sense. I don't like this part of that. I don't like that part of that, but I'm interested in this portion of that. So maybe I'll add this to my strategy, or I'll add this to my risk management, or I'll add this to my psychology. And everybody gets bits and pieces from each other, and then we each add it to our own. I don't know if a second pineapple at the top there would have allowed me to get out break even. But this is just looking like the Asians want to do what they do best in a minute and 20 seconds. Let's hope we can get that pullback on the hourly, a steep enough pullback. This hourly, if it closes, it's going to close above the range. So then we're going to get an hourly pullback, most likely to here. Wow. Just sit on your hands. That's what I've got to do. Just sit on my hands. "30 seconds. $490 pips from opening SL. There it goes. Hourly open. Yeah, I wouldn't expected this move up without a steep enough pullback. That's crazy. This wasn't expected. This was not expected. Yeah, this is most likely going to hit stop loss. There's really no way around it. Hey, option, stop talking shit. Oh, I don't even know what you said, bro. I see what you're saying. If you buy it or go into instant drawdown. Any second now. There it goes. $700 pips. That puts me down 300 pips for the week. Yeah, that's my last trade for the night. I'm not gonna take another trade. If it was a smaller loss, then nah. But yeah, no, that was 3 days of profit. Yeah. That is a lot to lose. We gave it every opportunity possible. Give me a Dutch. Give me a Dutch. I wasn't buys. Yeah, sells. I took a loss. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till 9:30. I'll call it at 9:30. Yeah, this week of Drawdown Simulator has been tough for all of us. That's not what you were expecting with a daily gap up opening like that. No bottom wick, disregarding all of the levels. Disregarding level after level after level. The next level is here. But that would have entailed another 60 pips of drawdown. Now it can retrace. Yeah, that's too much. Listen. Listen, I'm down 450 pips for the week. In a session and a half, and I didn't even trade market open today, which means I would have likely caught a trade to have a little bit more cushion. But in a session and a half, I did over 300 pips. In the middle of the week. So the 400 pips here in a day and a half will most likely be back, especially if we have news we have news again, and then tariffs are starting to get lightened up, so we might get some more confirmation next week. So we're just gonna have incredible days. So realistically, this is 2 days of work, 3 days of work max that I'm down. So you think about it and you're like, wow, that's a big loss. But I went, what's the winning streak, bro? You can see here the winning streak that I go on before I take a big loss. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, and then a small loss, small loss, small loss. These are basically break-even days. Big loss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days winning before I hit that one loss. And then 1, 2, 3. I don't know why these 2 days didn't register. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I passed the account. 8, 9, passed the other account. And then I took a loss today. I took a winning, so that's 10 winning days, and then a loss on the 11th day. So I win for about 9 to 10 days in a row before I take a loss. So if on average I'm making around, let's do dollars. I lost 2,000 there, but on average I'm making around 500 a day. So if I do 500 times 9, that's 4,500. I take a loss, 2,000. That's still 2,500 in profit. I go on another streak for 9 days. That's 4,500. I take a loss, 2,000. I'm still up 5K. So that's the way that my strategy works. By going on these winning streaks, these long winning streaks, I'm able to cushion these big losses. So I just showed you there, basically it's about 9 winning days. 11 was the most before I take a loss. So as long as I can manage the losers and keep them manageable like that, I'm profitable over 60% of the streak. And that's how a negative RR works. You have to have a high win rate. If you saw on the previous on the record, I added 13 wins before this loss. 13 wins before this loss. And that wasn't even including all the New York session wins. So basically make that like maybe 30, 35 wins before taking one loss. That's a 35 win streak before taking one loss. Go get water. I'm thirsty. Downstairs.
Oh. Yeah. You see me?
What's up, bro? Today I took a loss. 2,100. My account's down to 28. I'm down 1,400 on the account. Yes, I closed all of my positions here. Close all my positions here. And that's already another 70 pips. I wouldn't change my stops at all whatsoever. Ideally, these are the best stops, right? Because this is where it gave you the pullback, putting us 30 pips away from our break-even point. And then once you re-break that high, it's gone. There really is no stop loss here because price never told us shit. It just kept driving. But once you hit these levels here, this is the idea behind the taking a pineapple at these levels, because these levels, the last time that price tapped these levels, it gave us a drive down to here. So if we were looking at a TP right here, right? If price were to reject these levels and respect it, we should get at least to the middle of the range, which is this little level here. So we should get at least to break even. I have a chance to close, and if we get a good pop, boom, it'll take me out in profit. So that was the idea behind the pineapples. When you look right, more levels here where price could have rejected off of. More levels here where price could have rejected off of. So why did I have my stop loss above here? Because this level here was the last shot. If price tapped this level and didn't reject, that was literally the last opportunity that I was going to give it. And what happened? After that, it drove another 175 pips. Was that a good stop loss or was it not a good stop loss? In my opinion, it was. The only thing that I could have maybe done better, maybe not take this pineapple and only take this one. Would have saved 89 pips. But I mean, is that really a big difference? Not really. Yeah, this is a good loss. I'm happy with it. It definitely is possible, right? Usually when my stop loss gets hit, I'm completely 100% incorrect. And especially it's the daily highs and we're continuing to break the daily highs. But that was a big loss. So I'd rather... In the morning I made $530 and then I lost $2,000 here. Listen, you could, like, people could say it's not good risk management. I should have closed earlier. But hey, I saved myself another 189 pips across 4 positions. That's 756 pips. That would have been $4,000 of drawdown, which is over half the drawdown on my funded account. Well, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Nope. Look at that. That's 200 pips I saved myself of drawdown. No regrets. We're in clean range. Nothing to reject off of. If price comes back, it'll most likely create a support here and continue coming up to fill the range. Nothing to reject off of. We've already passed these levels. We literally have another 270 pips before the next major rejection, which, yeah, we have a strong level here.
But how do you have more milk gallons than water bottles?
Because I drink more milk than
I
water.
know.
I said I hate big water bottles. I only drink like half of them, and then when they get hot, I don't want to drink them. I like cold water only.
Yo, we gotta watch Goku, bro. Hey, you've watched Goku? Oh, bro.
Yep, exactly. The only other thing that could have possibly been different, I mean, I don't know. I don't think anything. I think that the idea was there. The rejection off the daily highs. We had a closure back into range. Retested the daily highs and came back down. My idea was to enter at this level, be break even by here. Once that low is broken, I get the range fill here. Alfredo's, Chris said, cállate, a la venga. So, once this happened, I had my sell stop here. My sell stop got activated. We were in profit 6 pips, and then it pulled back. So that was the idea, right? Once we rejected the daily high, we came back down. We retested the daily high, failed to break it, came back down, closed in range. Attempted to re-break the daily highs again, failed, came back down, closed in range. That's when I took my sell. I took the sell once we were underneath here, and I was targeting the fill from here to here. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream early. That's my max loss that I can take for the day. If the loss was smaller, like on stream yesterday when we were in drawdown, my stop loss for that trade was like half the size of this trade. So every trade is different. They're not all going to be as large as this one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My stop loss for that trade was half the size of this one. So if I would have taken a loss on that one, I would have kept trading. But this is my max loss for the day. So... Look, Chris. My fucking webcam is glitching.
Oh, I thought that was your thing.
Yeah, I can't trade this account to tomorrow Asian session to be on the safe side. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I can still trade tomorrow, so I have 7,500 of drawdown, and now I'm down 1,500 on it. So I still have $6,000 of drawdown on the account. I'm extremely safe, extremely safe. Did your daily limit reset? I gotta go hit the gym. Have you hit the gym, Alfredo?
Just gave him the gym. Not a little bullsy like you. Just kidding.
Let's go, Eddie, to the gym. Nah, I'm calling a stream early tonight so that I can watch cartoons. No, remember what I told you when I hurt my back? I don't remember if I told you. So all last week, all I did was just pure recovery. And then this week it feels like a million times better. So I did... Bro, I literally have been doing arms for like 3 days. I do arms and then I wait a day and then I do arms again and then I wait a day and then I do arms again. I'm just trying to like do fluff work to make sure that my back is fine. So until like I can pick up some dumbbells and start swinging some dumbbells around and I don't feel my back at all, I'm not going to lift any heavy weights. I'll just keep doing arms and like the chest press on the machine and some machine shit. Would you need to quit your day job to pursue trading full time or other business achievement? What would you need? What would I need? I would need around 20-30K a month. I have a good job, so if I make like 10K a month trading, I would keep my job and then be extra rich. But until I'm making like 20-30,000 a month trading, that would be enough to quit my job. So the one thing that I can say is that I'm in sales, and to go make a quick $500 in 15 minutes is the easiest thing in the fucking world. When you have booked appointments already, so I can do less work and more booked appointments and have more free time to trade, so I can work less but have more sales calls and sales only appointments and still make the same amount of money because I'm focused more on sales versus doing sales and other work. But the thing is, you want to think of the future. If you have a job that pays you 5K a month and then you're making 10K a month trading, that's 50% of your income. You're now not making 100K a year. You're not making 120. You're making 180, 120K a year in America, and you're middle class. 180. Now we're talking. Now you can have a nice ass apartment on the beach and drive a really nice fucking car. Have a really nice house, live in Miami on the beach, you know what I mean? That's the difference. So would you rather just work more and make a shit ton more money, or go full-time trading and then live a little bit better than what you do now? I'd rather work and trade and make a shit ton more money. That's 50% more income. But now if your trading is like 20-30,000 a month, that 5K is not a big difference. It depends. If you hate your job and it's not like a path that you're interested in, then yeah. But that's the thing. You don't, even if you're making 10K a month, I mean, you can quit your job and continue trading, but it depends the lifestyle that you want to live. If you're in trading just to make enough to quit your job and to be full-time trading, and then the scalability is later, but I'm trying to have a really good life, and I have the energy to do both. Well, that's the thing. I work. It's me, my cousin, and my uncle, bro. I have the freedom to do whatever I want. I've built the confidence in my work and my capabilities that when I need to take a day off, I can do it. When I need to come in late, I can do it. When I need to go home, I can do it when I need to. When it's NFP at 2 p.m., I can go home for an hour and take care of what I need to do. So I have the freedom to do whatever I need to do. I also live in Florida, bro. This is a year-long vacation. What if you want to go on holiday to the beach? It's 2 minutes down the road. I can go to the quiet beach. I can go to the party beach. I can go to so many different beaches. For me, bro, I can go to Orlando and go to Disney World and go to the theme parks on a 2-hour car ride. And that same day I can drive down to Miami and go to the nightclubs in Miami and be in Brickell with all the rich people and all the crypto scammers. And be in the club with all of them. And then in that same day I can drive right back to my house and go to sleep in my bed. I'll wake up at 6 a.m., 2-hour drive to Orlando, get there by 8 a.m., hit the theme parks till about 1 p.m. That's about 5 hours at the theme park with the fast pass. You can do everything. Drive back down to Miami, hit the strip to eat lunch, to eat dinner by like 4 or 5 o'clock. Finish dinner by like 6, 7 o'clock. Maybe 8, 9, depending if you hit a little bit of traffic. And then you instantly go down and you start walking Brickell, get some coffee there, get some energy. Maybe you go to Wynwood. Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow. But bro, Orlando to the theme parks, or to Tampa to the theme parks, bro. Orlando has some crazy shit, bro. Orlando has an indoor theme park that has go-karts, axe throwing, laser tag. It has it has an entire arcade, indoor go-karts with multiple different strips inside while you're axe throwing over here drinking beer. Orlando's a crazy place. And what do grown men do options? They go sit on the beach with a cigar. I can do that. I can go sit on the beach with a cigar. Grown men shoot guns. Yes, sir. I'll say that word around here. I'll pull the chopper out. Is that an air pump? That's what the robbers think until it blasts them until the next dimension. That's what the robbers think. Nah, that's an airsoft. That's the same one I seen in Call of Duty. Cool down camera. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, so it depends. If here in Florida, you can do whatever you want. What do you want? Do you like to go out to nice dinners and look at nice scenery by the beach and look at the sunset? You can do so. You can't see the sunset on the East Coast. You can only see the sunrise. I don't know, if you're the person that likes to go clubbing, there's clubs everywhere in Florida. You can go to the Keys and enjoy the Keys by the water, rent a hotel by the Keys, rent some jet skis. You can rent the
Rent a golf cart to travel in the city.
you can rent a what are those water jetpacks? We literally have those in West Palm. You go to the downtown West Palm Beach after you get, but you can do everything in a day. Well, yeah, that's it for me, gang. This looks like it could possibly pull back here. This is the only, but it's in the middle of a range, right? If we're going to get a pullback, it'll probably pull back to here before continuing up. It doesn't look like it's going to be coming down anytime soon. It might be, I mean, it does have another 100 pips before mimicking yesterday's push or market open push where it pushed 800 pips and then it pulled back. So we're now at 700 pips. It might pull back in the next 100 pips, but I wouldn't count on it too soon. I can do whatever I want, bro. West Palm Beach is good enough. Florida is good enough. I have the beach, I have clubs, I have theme parks, beautiful restaurants, great food. If I want to see a different kind of beach, I can go to the East Coast. Yeah, usually when I'm trading, my girlfriend's right there, and I'm right here, and we're chilling. If I had a child, I'd be right here. Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna take a cell stop, guys. Ding, 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 with the child. I don't know what it is, but the children in my family, everybody's baby, is chill as fuck. Look at that. Good thing we closed, right? This would have blown my account. Those buys were perfect and beautiful all the way up, but I've already reached my max limit. I couldn't take them. I would have made back 20, 40. I would have made about 60 pips there of the 700 that I lost. But that's it, gang. That's it for me. I'm going to call it a night. It was a beautiful night. I got to add that to the record. And you're going to see me grind it back and get this fucking shit to pay out. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Peace. 90 pip, yeah, yes. We saved another 319 pips of drawdown. Yeah, we did good closing there. Have a wonderful night, everybody.